And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner is stopped. The Flames return man hardly helped out the offense with that one. Here he comes, and any time this guy touches the ball, and he will touch it plenty, a bolt of electricity just goes through the stadium, David.
And they'll feature him. They'll give him the ball, like you said, a lot, early, often. And he's a guy that can make game-breaking plays. The offense is built around his ability to run the football, Jesse, make big plays for this.
He really shoulders the load, right, in more ways than one. Offense goes as this guy goes, so it's going to be important in this one. They get him going early and often.
The play-action fake. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
He'll return it from around the 50. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. So SMU's offense has the ball for the first time. And a big key as this game unfolds is just how aggressive will he be throwing the football in a lockdown corner like that.
Yeah, and when you're an elite quarterback, you think you can do whatever you want to do. And you think you can make the right decisions. I'm interested to see how much he'll test that cornerback on the other side.
You know, there's a... defense for a perfect pass, but he's got to be extra careful and sharp when he's throwing that guy's way.
They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. Use the play fake, now to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Cantrell. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him too?
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
He threw that one with some serious heat. This senior quarterback doesn't need a lot of space to get it in there.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball, because defense limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to throw, it's Jennings. Feeling some heat. Sweet feet on the move. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
When it gets in long yardage situations, defensively, you're thinking pass, pass, pass. How about the quarterback doing a great job? He wants to push it down the field, but he does a great job scrambling, chewing up chunks of yards, and now making the situation a lot more manageable.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early. Playing at home, they want to get the crowd into it. So you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal. You knock it through the uprights. You've got the lead. Everything right now looking good.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Gets it to the back. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. They'll try the run. Running with power. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And then coming into this game, this offense, they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field, and it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
Now, that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short.
Third and long coming up here. Off play action. Turns it loose. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. Trying to take it back. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You know, you play defense for a reason.
Gonna let it fly. He's got it on the left. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, SMU.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Liberty takes over and the Flames offense ready to go to work. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Touchdown, Mustangs. How about that D coming up with a play like that? No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And with the extra point, they now have a 3-possession lead at 17. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick six. And the ball's free, deep in his own territory. Grabbed by the kicking team.
Very rarely do you have a play on defense where you've got 30 yards head of steam built up to come make a collision. On kickoff and kickoff return you do, and a lot of times you see big sticks.
Touchdown, SMU! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land.
And I love the bounce back for this offense. We lost a week ago. Let's put that in the rearview mirror. That game's gone. Let's improve. Let's get better. So far in this first half, they've done just that.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate.
Nothing but green ahead. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. They'll run it. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
On that last third down play, if you're going to go draw, the quarterback's got to do a better job selling pass. I think he was just a little bit too quick getting the ball to the running back, and now here we are, fourth down.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll call for the fair catch here. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. All wideouts, no backs. He'll start this drive firing. They're trying to get to him. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Hoping to find one that works this time on second down from the 7. Back to pass, it's Jennings. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy has had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this up.
Makes the grab down the left side. Running toward the tape. He's at the 10. Touchdown Mustangs! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. UCLA found a way to rescue victory from the jaws of defeat, something this program has done time and time again inside the Rose Bowl. Bruins fans will enjoy this one for at least 1 week. A lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams, but boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Leaves it with the back. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. He's going to pass. Zings it complete to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he's feeling the heat, and he will go down. Final play of the first quarter, and not the way he wanted to end it. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll be content with the field position, making the fair catch right around the 30-yard line. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. This has been exactly the way you
Execution.
fires and picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play. Boy, this is just the type of field position this offense wants. Looking for the end zone. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. Offense gets set for second down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
Great team defense on that one play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. It is true as he puts 3 on the board.
That makes the score SMU 31.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or do you trust him right away?
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
The whole point of running the quarterback on these designed runs is to get an extra blocker. You should be getting more movement up front, but that time, guys were getting knocked backwards, and as a result, they actually lost a yard.
Myers on the move. He makes a catch. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw. It's Jennings. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. After the misfire, now on second down. Pressure coming. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And that ball is picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He's got his man. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, the inside give. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Things aren't going to get better for this offense, guys, until their quarterback becomes more accurate. Obviously, that was the problem the last game out. Completed less than 50% of his passes there, and he's doing it again here. You just can't score points if you're not completing throws.
And that is just about a perfect punt as he pins them deep inside the 10-yard line. This offense is so deep in the hole, it looks like the end zone's at the end of the earth. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. A first down for the offense. Handoff to the lone back. At the 15, he's loose. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And just try to run out of the goal line, so that's a frustrating one that hurts because the run game comes downhill. He gets a big gain, and now out of the own end zone. Now no safety to worry about. You can pass, you can run, the whole playbook at your disposal.
The give to the back. He locked up and held on to bring him down.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB. Finally getting some pressure. Finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some dividends down the road.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold it. Offense.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And money down is where you see defenses really understand where the sticks are, play great pass defense, know what's coming, and get off the field.
Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. First down here for the offense. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the the carry. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. He's looking to throw. He lofts it high and deep down the left side.
You know the saying, no risk it, no biscuit. If you want big plays on offense, you've got to be able to take shots. They didn't hit that one, but moving ahead in the second half, expect this offense to keep dialing them up.
Got his man. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. On 1st down, here comes this offense. They'll go to the ground. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the 1st down. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. The ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
The ball hits at the 5, and it'll go into the end zone for a touchback. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production, but listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life in this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Offense getting set for 1st down. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Fires to the tight end. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down. And the Flames moving quickly to the line. On 2nd down, looking again to throw. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, I think it's pretty safe to say this guy's going to be getting a helmet sticker. That now his 2nd interception of the game. He has just been lights out here today.
Pocket starts to collapse. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Yeah, and that's back-to-back games. This guy's notched a sack, starting to be a problem. A guy that's diagnosing passes, rushing the passer really, really well. This defense could use this guy's production consistently.
Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. Off the play fake. Hit as he throws. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the 1st. On 4th down, looking for the completion. It's complete to the left. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? Here comes the offense on 1st down. He wants to throw. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, he'll fire. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. He tries to take the top off. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot. But the flag is down. Let's check the call.
Defense.
And way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, SMU!
This offense is...
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had